Dr. Harper here at Cali Spine Functional Neurology, and today I want to share with you a simple a simple assessment to determine if all of that pain that you're having, we're going to say neck or back, somewhere in the spine, for instance, if that pain is being generated from you just not having enough flexibility, like you just need to stretch more, right? Or is it coming from a weakness? So there's kind of like this back and forth. We get a lot of people that aren't super clear on this, and I think there's even a lot of therapists out there that maybe aren't as clear on it, or people that are kind of spending a lot of time doing certain therapies that aren't necessarily going to kind of get you 100% of the way. They might get you 90% of the way. They might give you temporary pain relief, but unless you kind of combine these different types of things together, different types of techniques of exercise and massage work or flexibility work, yoga, that type of stuff, unless you combine these things in the right way for you, you may never get 100% better, or it's just gonna be a much slower process of healing. So again, a lot of people, they come in, they're gonna say, hey, I've been stretching, I've been smashing this area, I still have this pain in here, I still have this pain over here. 90% of the time, guys, it's usually a combination of, hey, we need to get some mobility in here. Maybe it's an adjustment to kind of release those intrinsic muscles holding the spine together. And then maybe it's a little bit of muscle work on top of that. And then we go in and do the exercises. That's the most common theme. Other times, you guys might notice a difference right away. If you're having a chronic issue, try this at home. If you're having a chronic pain in the neck or in the low back, this actual exercise might be helpful to some degree. I'm not saying it's going to get you 100% of the way better, but it can give you insight and information to know, hey, I need to start doing more of these in my routine, or more specific muscle activating exercises in general to help relax those other muscles that seem kind of tight and spasmodic-y, right? Very tight and trigger pointy and painful. So here's a simple assessment you can do. So let's say you have pain moving your head to the right. Ouch, ouch, it hurts when I move my head to the right. The next thing you want to do is you want to kind of figure out, is this kind of more of a motor control stability thing of my neck that's generating the pain, or at kind of the root of the pain problem? Or is it just I woke up funny, and I had some muscles that really tightened up on me from doing some kind of activity, whatever it is. Maybe it's just you need some muscle work, and that will be super helpful, and then things will go back to normal. Again, if you're still not there, try this, okay? So, ouch, my neck hurts to the right. I'm gonna get into a position. You can do this at home, on a bed, on a couch, whatever. You're basically just going to kind of get into a Superman, or I like to call it the Iron Man position. So you're basically going to keep that chin retract, long spine, pretend I'm pulling on the hair right here and trying to keep your head right there, okay? So you're gonna bring your head up first. You're gonna feel that all the way down. Then I'm going to tighten up my glutes and maybe lift the legs a little bit. So I have the glute activation. That's offloading that lower back a little bit more. You're gonna offload the back by tightening those glutes up nice and tight. I'm gonna bring my head up, and then I'm going to pretend I'm pulling, and then I'm gonna go into straight up Iron Man position. Now, Iron Man position is going to be more thumbs rotated this way to the ceiling, not this way, okay? It's going to help roll your shoulders back, and you're going to hold that nice and tight for at least 10 seconds. Tighten the glutes, tighten the shoulder blades down and back, trying to get those elbows to touch behind your back, down and back. Okay, keep your head up. And then let's kind of go in this position, rotate your head again to the right. It might still hurt if you rotate your head to the right. That's okay, but it also might feel a little bit better. So after we do that, we're gonna go back to the same position. I'm gonna sit up tall, and then I'm going to turn my head to the right just to recheck. Does it feel any better? Can I go any further and not have the same amount of pain? Am I able to get a little bit more range of motion? That's really key. Okay. If you felt a little bit better, there's one more thing I want you to add in there. And even if you didn't feel better, there's one more thing I want you to add in there. I want you to do the same kind of thing you did here with your shoulder blades. So I want you to sit up tall, okay? And then bring your shoulders, deep breath in, Keep that nice tall spine. Don't let your ribs pop out. Keep it right there. Shoulders are gonna kind of come down and back. Okay, so I'm just gonna a little shoulder squeeze down and back. These upper traps where you carry all your tension, I know you do, you're gonna turn those off, okay? You're gonna turn those off by just trying to find that sweet spot of squeezing your shoulder blades back so you're activating more of the middle trap and lower trap and maybe those rhomboids that will kind of squeeze your blades together. As you do that, tall posture, turn your head to the right, make sure the tongue is on the roof of the mouth, your mouth is closed. Compare that, did that get any better? A lot of times it will. Why is that? Because your shoulder blades are now in the correct position where those muscles attach from your first and second rib. Those shoulder blades have muscles, they attach up into your head, into your neck. And if those are out of balance, it can create problems with this rotation, and certainly in extension and flexion, you'll notice that will feel better too. So if it was pain here, same thing, you're gonna do the same thing. If you guys have any questions about this and more specifics, let me know. A lot of times I'll just tell you right off the bat, the adjustment, and I can do a whole nother video on this, but what does the chiropractic adjustment have to do with resetting muscles and increasing range of motion and decreasing pain? Well, think of that as, well, we know we have all this tightness, you know, from computer posture and all that stuff. What the adjustment really does, if it's done the right way, is it specifically finds those segments in your vertebra and resets that intrinsic musculature that holds the little vertebra together in your spine. And it does a fast stretch on the muscles. When you fast stretch those muscles, what happens is it sends a tone signal from the brain to those muscles to kind of reset. It's kind of like a computer reboot, right? So you're basically resetting that muscle tone, everything that's kind of attached to that area. And so it can feel really instantly relaxed, like you just had an hour-long massage. A lot of times, if you're all the way at 90%, you're doing these exercises and you're stretching, you just can't get to the extra 10% or whatever it is. A lot of times an adjustment at that point will usually kind of help take care of that, or you might need to do some more specific muscle testing to figure out which specific muscles are not firing or they're weak, right? So once you really isolate those little muscles anywhere in your body that are related to your complaint problem, then you can actually reactivate those muscles, and then you can actually get more range of motion and decrease your pain just from doing that. Similar to what we just kind of did here. We just kind of did a whole extension just to see if that would help at all. All right, guys, hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.